then you turn the 435 on. Now, one of the things that the 435 does is you don't have to go in and tell it, okay, I got a new probe hooked up and I need you to do this or do that, but you do have to tell it what type of measurements you're going to be making. So we go into Profile, you hold the menu button down to get to the deep menu, go to Profile, hit OK. We're going to do Standard, Indoor Air Quality, and Duct M is duct measurement, so we're going to do duct measurement. You hit OK, you escape out, and now we're ready for our duct measurement. Okay, so once you have the anemometer hooked up, probes turned on and everything, this is the screen that it comes to, and you've chosen duct measurement in the profile. Up here, the automatic default is feet per minute, your velocity, and CFM, your volume on your airflow. So one of the things that you have to do in order to do this is with the 2.4 inch rotating vane anemometer in my part of the country, where flex duct is the rule, and it's easier to take an airflow measurement at the return air grill than it is to try and get into a short supply plenum where you don't have 30 inches of duct to insert the mini vane anemometer. That's where the 2.4 inch rotating vane anemometer shines, is for things like that. So what we do is, for example, I have in my house two 20 by 20 return air grills, okay, and they actually measure 19.5 by 20. That's the actual opening of the louvers, and so that equals 390 square inches, and I have two of those, so we multiply that times 2, and that gives us 780 square inches total. That's two 20 by 20 return air grills. So we have 780 inches square total. Then we hit square root. So that means I have, for my return air opening, roughly a 27.92 by 27.92 square inch opening between the two return air grills. So we take this number, 27.92, and on the 435 we hit the area button here, and we're going to choose rectangle 1. The choices are rectangle, circle, funnel, K volume, area, and rectangle 1. Now you could do area, but it only goes up to 310 square inches. I don't know why, it's just a weird thing. Instead of doing the square root, if you're doing a supply air grill that's less than 310 inches, you can do you can just input 255 square inches or whatever it is in the area input. But since we have more than that, we're going to have to do rectangle 1, rectangle. So you have rectangle 1, which is side 1, and rectangle 2, which is side 2. In our case it's square because we did square root, but if you had a grill that measured say 30.5 inches by 14.5 inches, you could input those dimensions right into the 435 without actually having to do the math. So we hit rectangle 1, OK, and then we input 27.92. Now notice that it's right to left input, and you use the soft keys to toggle between the numbers. So 2 is already good, so we're going to come over here, we're going to go down to 9, then we're going to go up to 7, then we're going to go down to 2. So we have 27.92 for side A. Hit OK, and side B is going to be the same thing. So we have to, 2 is already good, we're going to go down to 9, over to 7, and then down to 2, and we hit OK. So our area is input, and all we have to do now is we escape out of this. So we've already set up our probes in the first part, so we're going to set probe 1 as the return air. We're going to set probe 2 as the supply air. You just plug them into the duct, and then with the anemometer, rotating vane anemometer, you take your airflow at the return air grill at the face of it, and it will automatically calculate feet per minute, CFM, BTU, and if you print it out, it prints out every saved piece of data there is. So how we do that is one of two ways. To take the airflow, you hit mean right here, and you have two options. You either have timed or you have multi-point. So if you hit timed, if you have one return air grill, you can hit timed and it saves a reading once every second. But because we have two return air grills that may be in different locations, mine aren't, but if you had one say in a living room area and another one in a bedroom, you scroll to multi-point, you choose OK, and now you'll see that on the main screen there's where it says pick. And what that is you choose the location on the grill where you choose to take the measurement. So generally I take 3 or 4 measurements per row of louvers in a return air grill. If there's 3 columns, then I'll go down that column and take 3 or 4 measurements. Obviously the more the better, but that's what I do. And then you take the first one and then you walk over into the bedroom where the next return air grill is, and you do it. You don't have to do a separate input for the second return air grill, because remember, we took that into account when we did our square inches, our total square inches, and input that in the area. So what we're going to do next is we're going to walk over to the return air grills in my house, and I'm going to show you how we input that so that it's actually take a BTU measurement of my system is what we're going to do.